Hello, today is Tuesday, April 1st, 2025, and I apologize I forgot about recording one of these yesterday, and I just remembered late at night, and I was already in bed, so let's try this again for this morning. Today I'm reading from the UCC Daily Devotional written by Jennifer Ruth Lynn Garrison. It's entitled Would You Rather? And again, I'm not reading these or commenting these on a specific religious perspective, but simply using them as a place of departure or point of discussion to get us thinking about what we can do in the world and how our lives are going in the world, and perhaps what positive impact we might be able to make. So Jennifer bases the devotion upon Psalm 77, verses 4 through 8a. You keep my eyelids from closing. I'm so troubled that I cannot speak. I consider the days of old and remember the years of long ago. I commune with my heart in the night. I meditate and search my spirit. Will the Lord spurn me forever and never again be favorable? Has God's steadfast love ceased forever? And then Jennifer's words. Some years ago, a youth group I traveled with played a version of Would You Rather? Would you rather be a bald eagle or a grizzly bear? Would you rather eat only broccoli or only liver? Would you rather listen only to babies crying, or, this was, as I said a few years ago, listen only to the music of Justin Bieber? Each question brought laughter and eager answers. Then, would you rather regret the past or worry about the future? The whole car groaned. People who had cheerfully, if hypothetically, chosen a lifetime of eating liver or listening to baby cries refused to choose either regret or worry. We moved on to the next question. In real life, it feels as if I don't choose either worry or regret. Too often, alas, as with the psalmist, in the middle of the night, they choose me. When regretful, I am also troubled. Thoughts spinning back over years, lamenting the actions never taken, the words hastily spoken. With the worry, I also spin out, but this time over what is to come, what is unseen and unknown. Regret and worry seem to choose me at first, but how do I respond? Invariably, I choose them back. Like the psalmist, I let my mind circle around whatever unresolvable thing has been placed before me by worry or regret. Maybe it's time to try something different. Maybe, like the kids in the car, I can moan once and then move on to the next question. Maybe then I will find that God's love hasn't ceased at all. Maybe then I will recognize the steadfastness of God's presence with me the whole time. And Jennifer's prayer. You are God and I am not. To you be all the glory. Well, a couple things I was thinking about as I read this. First, with this scripture, is thinking back on times in my life when I felt just as the psalmist, a deep sense of depression, sorrow, unsure of how I was going to go on to the next day. And the struggles I had with that, and yet the resolve I had to just do what little I could each day and try to live positively in the world. And I guess that's what this devotion made me think of mostly was whatever your concept of God is. I think we create the divine presence around us by how we react to what's going on around us. Certainly we can feel cut off and separate from anything divine or God or whatever you want to call it. And that can be so overwhelming that we need help, and we should try to get that help for ourselves and not be afraid to admit that we can't handle it alone. But in those moments when we feel like we can't do much or we feel overwhelmed, and I would say certainly for a lot of us today, there is a great sense of being overwhelmed with all that's going on in the United States today. We can take a deep breath and just do what we can with whatever we have, where we are locally. And I think reacting in that way creates God's presence, brings the presence of the divine into our lives and into the lives of those around us. And what little act we may do, we don't know what thread that may give to someone else to get through whatever may be overwhelming them, whether it's worry about the future or regret from the past. And then sometimes by doing those things and giving that thread, they in turn, in a way, give us a thread also to hang on to. And it, to me, just, I keep thinking it all goes back to community, and we create the presence of the divine when we live in community with one another. That presence becomes known, and for Christians, that's scripturally sound. Whenever two or more are gathered in His name, there He is. So anyway, those are my thoughts for this day. Hopefully you'll get something to think about as well, and find some threads to hang on to, knowing that when you hang on to those and share those threads, more people can gather around you and help you to find other threads to hang on to. Hope you have a good day, and looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow, hopefully, if I remember. Take care.